as a student why we have to do strength training. What is strength training? Wherever your muscles are involved, the activity, the exercise activity, what you do where your muscles are involved, that comes under strength training. Simple. For example, when you do squats, your leg muscles are involved. When you do push-ups, your chest and shoulder muscles are involved. Understood? When you hold plank, your abdomen muscles are involved. So where there is a muscle involvement, that comes under strength. Simple? Yes or no? Yes. So where there is a heart involvement is there, that is called cardio routine. Very simple way. Wherever there is a pumping of your heart is involved, that comes under cardio. But today I am talking about strength. So strength training is where muscles are involved. Can you repeat again? Strength training is where muscles are involved. Okay. You have so many muscles in the body, small muscles, big muscles, okay, minor, major muscles. So wherever muscles are involved, that comes under strength training. I think you have heard about one myth where if children, if they lift weights, their height stops growing. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? Yes. So this is common myth. That is a myth everywhere where parents and even other people, normal people, they think if children are lifting weight, their height, the growth of their height will stop. Okay. So that is wrong. Okay. There is nothing connected to height and lifting the weights. There is no connection in this. Okay. So height is completely dependent on your genetics. Keep in mind, height is completely dependent on genetics. Okay, 60 to 70% or up to 80%, it's genetics. But later, even if you do few things that is related to swimming or your exercises, normal exercises, your height might slightly grow, but whole thing is dependent on genetics. There is no connection with lifting the weights where your height will stop. Okay, where the growth of your height will stop. There is no connection. Okay, there are so many research happen on this. Okay, on this particular topic. So everywhere they have done the research and they have shown the result that there is no connection of growing the height. Now, when you do the strength training, along with your muscles, okay, including your muscles, including your physical appearance, your brain will start getting strengthened. Understood? When you do the strength training, mainly your brain will start getting strength. So that is called motor neuron. What is called? What is the name of that? You need to speak. What is the name of that? Motor neuron. Motor neuron, when you start doing any tough training where your muscles are involved, automatically your brain will start strengthening. Okay, and when you start training strength training and where your brain is involved, now for example, so many times when we took the class, we have asked you to hold the posture for 10-20 seconds. For example, squats, a plank, a push-ups. Okay, we have asked you to hold during that small period, like the 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You start feeling difficulty. Okay, you have felt difficulty while doing that activity. Okay, so that is how we train our brain. That is called motor neuron. Now, what happens if you train your brain? What happens if you train your brain? You will get resilience in your body. What you will get? Resilience. Okay, what is resilience? What is resilience? What is resilience? In simple words, for example, that is connected to your emotions. Okay, the resilience is connected to your emotions. Now, for example, okay, first before I go into this, what is emotion? What is emotion? Feeling? Tell loudly. That you express. But what? Give the examples. What comes under emotions? Happiness, sadness, anger. Huh? What? What? Jealousy. Wow. Okay. And okay. So all this comes under emotions. Okay. To hold the emotion, what we require? Control. Control in other word is called resilience. Got it? Control in other word is resilience, where you need to control the anger, control the sadness, control the emotion, control the cry. Okay. Now, for example, if any conversation start with boys, if the conversation heated up, where it starts, what next starts after the heated up conversation? Fights. Okay. So if you control your anger, that comes under resilience. And same thing, the brain trains when you do the strength training. Understood? Same thing here, girls. If somebody starts shouting at you, instead of crying, you need to hold that. You need to hold that resilience. Okay? Where you should not start like becoming more emotional. Understood? So this resilience comes only when you start training by doing the strength. Understood? Okay, I'll give you a few more examples. Now, for example, those who work in military, okay, especially in the military, even girls and boys, okay, men are from them. They train their brain and body both. Understood? They train their body and brain because when they are on duty, on border, sometimes there won't be any food, sometimes there won't be water, sometimes there won't be, like for them there is no comfort at all, but there won't be any simple comfort. Like for example, there are many soldiers, they are in Siachen, where there are minus degrees. Okay? So if they don't have that resilience and mind power, they can't stay there. Have you experienced cold anytime, like 10 degrees or 15 degrees? Have you traveled anywhere where you have experienced 10, 15 degrees? Yes or no? Yes. How many degrees you have experienced? 5 degrees, 10 degrees. But in Siachen, it goes minus 10 degrees, minus 15 degrees, minus 20 degrees. So there they have to survive. And that comes only by training the brain, training the mind, then comes to the body. If you don't train your brain, you won't be able to sustain anywhere. That resilience comes only when you start training the brain, and that comes under motor neuron. Okay? So this is one example which I gave you. So now, when you do the strength training, first thing is you'll get motor neuron in your body, in your mind. And second thing is, whatever problems genetically we face, genetically health problems, whatever we are going to face, that will control and that will stop. What are genetic diseases? Can anybody say what are genetic diseases? It's very common now. Genetic diseases. Coughing is not genetic. What are the genetic diseases? Now, for example, your parents are suffering with that issue, or your grandparents are suffering. Same thing it might come to you. It's not like it will come. It might come to you. What are the genetic diseases? Diabetes, PCOD, asthma. Yeah, then height. That is not disease. That is not disease. Even heart problem comes under genetic. Even cancer comes under genetic. So all this simple, like every now and then we hear this health issues. So these comes under genetics. If you train your body by doing the strength, those genetic problems will be away from you. Keep in mind, these genetic problems will be away from you. And the last one is, there are only 3 points. One is motor neuron, genetic diseases, and the last one is where you will build your self-esteem.